Today I'm going to be talking about some seating arrangement questions. Now these questions are going to be usually focusing on your reasoning and your logic skills. So here we have our first question. 6 girls are sitting in a circle facing to the center of the circle. So when you see this, what you want to do is to start drawing something. Draw a diagram to help you visualize this. So let's draw it right now. 1 girl, 2 girls, 3 girls, 4 girls, 5 girls, 6 girls. Okay, so now that we have our 6 girls here, we know that they are P, Q, R, S, T, and V. They tell us T is not between Q and S, but some other one. Now this sentence is going to be really important for the future because of 2 things. It tells us that T is not in between Q and S, and it also tells us that Q and S are not going to be adjacent to each other or next to each other, because it says but some other one, which means that some other thing will be in between Q and S. But right now we won't put this onto our diagram just yet. P is next to the left of V, but we don't know where V is, so let's just say that V is right here. V's here, and P is next to the left of V. P goes here. And R is the fourth to the right of P. So let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4. R is going to be right here. And now we have T, Q, and S left. But because of the previous sentence that said Q and S cannot be next to each other, we know that Q cannot be here, and S can also not be here, and vice versa, leading for us to know that Q has to be there, S has to be here, or vice versa. So now we have 5 of them. Everything apart from T. So T obviously has to be here. Now that we have our diagram, we can move on to the questions. Which of the following statement is not true? S is just next to the right of R. So here is R. But remember, R is facing the center, which means R's right is here. But this one is Q or S. So, which means that if we go back here, we're not sure of the correct answer, which means that it is the wrong answer right now. Let's go to B. T is just next to the right of V. V, the right of V, just right of V is indeed T. So we know that this statement is true. Question C. R is second to the left of T. T is right here, and the left of T is this way. So 1, 2. Second to the left of T isn't R, it's P. So we know that this C is not true. Now D. P is second to the right of R. The second of the right of R is 1, 2, and it is P. So if we go back here, we know that the correct answer would be C, as it is the only one of these statements that we know is definitely not true. So number C is going to be correct. Now for question 2. If P and R interchange their positions, then which of the following pair will sit together? So P is here, R is here, but they're telling us to interchange the positions, which means that now R is here and P is here. Which one of the following pairs will sit together? RT. Does RT sit together? R and T, they do not sit together, so A is not correct. B. PV. Does P and V sit together? Well, now they don't, so that's not the correct answer. VT. Does V and T sit together? Yes, it does. QV. does Q and V sit together? No, it doesn't, which means that the correct answer here is C. Question 3. What is the position of T? A, just next to the right of Q. So, remember, it says next to the right of Q. Now, when we're talking about rights and stuff, it's always facing the center, so their right might not be the same as our right. So the right of Q in this one is going to be P, and the right of Q in this one is going to be R. So A is not correct. B, second to the left of P. P is here, and the second of the left of P here would be R, which is again also not T. C, between Q and R. Q and R, in both ways, are adjacent to each other and next to each other, which means that it can't be T in the middle. And D, to the immediate right of V. V is here, and the immediate right of V is indeed T. So the answer here is going to be D. For question 4, which one is sitting just right to the V? If we look here, just right to the V is T. So immediately we can just see that the answer is going to be B. Okay, so back to the first question of seating arrangement.